are here talking about, I'm here with my girl Mello. We are here talking about dreams, right? Mm-hmm. And we said we were going to talk in this part of the series about whether or not it's ever too late.
Right. Yes.
I'm not going to, let me see. I'm 48. I don't have a problem telling people all the time. So I'm 48. And when I turned 45, I think it was. Okay. Maybe 44. Mm-hmm. I remember I had moved back to the Maryland area from North Carolina after separating at the time from my husband. And there was, I had been in real estate, had been really successful. The market had crashed. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. But I kind of, I've always written. I've been writing since I was 8 years old. And I wanted to perform. I still had in the back of my head, I still saw myself accepting the Academy Award.
Yeah, exactly.
And all of those different types of things, the Golden Globe. I saw all of those things. Because my goal and my dream, I always told people, was to get a Tony, a Grammy, a Tony, an Emmy, and
an Oscar.
So, right, a Tony, an Emmy, and an Oscar, right?
Oh, yeah.
Triple that, right?
Theater,
TV and stage. That's like the dream, right? I'm sure that is the dream for most of us who are in performing arts.
TV, theater, and film.
Yeah, right. I'm sure that's the dream for most of us. Mm-hmm. And so I remember being in my townhouse one day, and I just started crying. Really? I just was like bawling, like I was crying. About 5 years ago. When I came back. My marriage had failed. I was trying to figure out what to do. I had gotten back into real estate on the residential side, working for a new home builder. And I remember, I don't even know what I was doing downstairs. My master bedroom was like the full floor upstairs, but I was downstairs in one of the bedrooms. And I remember sitting in that room, and I was thinking, it's over.
Yeah.
Wow. There's like the opportunity for you to do what it is that you want to do, to be on stage. Like, who the hell is going to hire a almost 50-year-old woman to do a leading part, or to do this or to do that? Like, I was like, yo, you done messed around and let 20 years pass. And I cried and I cried and I cried. And I don't remember what happened. Somebody called me or something, and kind of, you could get stuck in a mode, and then somebody will pop your bubble, and you'll wake up. Mm-hmm. And I remember by the time I came out of that room, that I was like, yo, it's not over. Yeah. It can't be over. You still breathing.
And as long as there's breath in your lungs, you can still dream.
You can still dream, and you can still go get it.
Yes, you can.
If you don't go get it, it's because you ain't really want it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Now, it might not be easy, and it might not look just like you thought it was going to look.
It usually doesn't.
It never does, actually. Because you can't make a better plan than God. Let's just, you can't. You cannot make a better plan than God. So I remember that day, coming out of that room. I don't know if I started watching something or listening to something after I talked to that person. And I was like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And it was shortly thereafter that I reconnected to my friend Reno. And he started to talk about doing this movie that we're doing. And it just kind of, and then that connected more. And then Kwame called me, and we reconnected. And I was like, well, see, that's why you can't give up. So it's never too late, right?
It's never too late.
It's never too late. And you always wanted to be on a talk show.
Always wanted to be on a talk show. I was like, I did everything. So I did a little comedy, which I still like to consider doing from time to time. All of that. Anything to be on stage. I'm going to be honest with you. One reason why I love bartending is because it's my stage. Yeah. I mean, I always say to people that you don't go to the bar for the liquor. You can go to the liquor store and get a bottle for what I'm going to charge you for one or two drinks.
That's right.
And go home and have a good time by yourself with your company or whatever.
Right. That's right.
So I say people come to the bar for the person. And I mean, I have followers to this day who are like, where are you? Yo, I haven't seen you. Where are you? Because I literally would be behind the bar putting on a show. I'm talking about people. I'm talking to people. I'm telling people about whatever. And I mean, whenever I would have a show, they'd be like, well, let us know. White people especially, they love to support you when it comes up. They really do. And it's just been, I didn't think that I'd be in bartending that long. I didn't think that I'd be in the rest of my business in that capacity that long, as long as I have been.
Well, you know what I learned? I'm listening to what you're saying. What I learned is that we were doing a documentary, to your point, in Brooklyn. So we went, and Reno and we're doing a documentary on our performing arts school. I talked about that with you guys. I learned while I was there that performing arts, being trained, really trained, I had a vocal coach, a drama coach. So being trained in performing arts prepared me to be a speaker and a real estate investor.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But then being in real estate and in network marketing and entrepreneurship all these years has trained me now to be a TV producer, you know what I'm saying, and a screenplay writer. Those things, and so I'm listening to you. So being a performing arts trains you to be a bartender, and then being a bartender is now training you because that was your stage. So speaking was my stage, right? Training was my stage. So that's now trained. Those things train both of us to be here,
today.
right this minute. So when you start asking yourself, you guys, whether or not you're too old to reach out for that dream. I'm looking dead into the camera for a reason. When you start asking yourself if you're too old, no. What you need to do is look at your life. Yes. Look at how the stage was always being prepared for you to be that thing you always wanted to be. It's layers on top of layers. It's building on top of building. Everything. Look back on, I don't care, the smallest job prepared you to go towards that thing that's your passion. And God is always trying to get you towards that thing. Always. But we get all caught up, right?
Yeah, life happens.
Yeah, we get all caught up in thinking it's happened to us because we're punished and because we're not supposed to get there. It's never about you not supposed to get there. It's always preparing you to get to that space.
See, now you about to preach.
Seriously. It's always about preparing. And I'm saying it's not like I've known it forever. I'm saying it because it's really that's really starting to become really evident to me. As time goes on, everything is preparation. So as you guys watch this, the next step. Yeah. When you ask yourself, am I still supposed to do that thing? You and I talked about this before. When you say all things are working towards my good. Well, my theory, is your good is your desire.
Yes, and the desires of your heart have been given to you by God.
And people see that. That's where your purpose is.
Yes, and people always say, well, God will give you the desires of your heart. But see, you don't understand, that's kind of twofold. He will give me the desires of my heart, but he's already given me the desires in my heart, which have come from him. Yo, when I learned that lesson.
That's big.
It was probably about.
That's big. I hope y'all heard that.
Yeah, I hope y'all did too. Let me say it again.
Go ahead.
So God gives you the desires of your heart, and it's twofold. That scripture is twofold. I believe it's twofold. That he gives you not only the desires of your heart, but then the desires of your heart are actually from him.
Yeah, he gives it to you. Yeah. You have it because it was given, and that's why I always tell people, when you're trying to figure out, I know grown people, old grown people who say, I don't know what my purpose is. What's your passion? Yeah. It's whatever your desire is. And that's the greater good that he's working towards. So if somebody told you, like me, I came up with the fact that I thought I was supposed to be a real estate investor because my godmother was. I thought that was, and she said to me, do something practical, right? So I didn't go the performing arts route. But the desires in my heart were always the performing arts route. So God has sent me on this journey. Like, y'all not got this Pokemon Go thing that's going on. So I've been walking around picking up Pokemon. Jonathan will love this. So walking around picking up Pokemon, right? Catching Pokemon to take me to my ultimate desire, right? All the speaking, the real estate training, the multi-level marketing. I've been gathering these things this whole time. And that's what everybody's doing, not just me. Yeah. You're all gathering these things the whole time to get you to the desires of your heart, because in the middle, right in the center of your passions, the things that make you feel good, that you would do for free, that you wake up excited about, that's where your purpose is. Yeah. All y'all folks I don't know what my purpose is. Think about the stuff that you like to do. What do you get most out of the stuff that you like to do? So I like to speak, I like to perform, I like to act, I like to write. Why do I do those things? Because in those things, I get to help empower people. I get to help bring light to people. I get to lift people.
Healing.
That's the desire of my heart. It's not that thing that I do. It's what I get, what I draw out of that thing that I do.
Yes.
Yeah, but you got to do
what it is you do.
But you have to do. I told you, and I said it to you guys. One day I was never scared I used to always be afraid to die because I felt like, oh my God, I don't want to die with all my music in me. I don't want to die without living my purpose. Yeah. That can never happen because I've been living my purpose since I was born.
You were here. Yeah, you came. Yep.
And so that can never happen to you either because you've been living your purpose since before you were born.
Exactly.
It was like Melanie said, the God placed the desires of your heart in your heart. So there's no way for you not to figure out or find out what it is. But this was good, girl. Give me a high five. Yes, I was feeling that. That was good. I hope y'all liked it too. Yeah. We're going to come back, and when we come back, we're going to talk about how many women have done what we're talking about, pursued it even after they thought it was too late. We'll be right back with more of That's Just Lola. Oh, subscribe. The red bar. I'm gonna learn. Subscribe to That's Just Lola. Go to that'sjustlola.com and there's a red bar that says subscribe. We want you to sign up for the channel so you can get all of the feeds and so we can reach millions of people.
Yes.
See y'all in a minute.